Good evening, everybody. This is Davey Jones on WQEL and the WQEL Facebook page with Coach's Corner West from our Bucyrus Pizza Hut. And this evening we've got girls basketball from Bucyrus. A little bit later on, we'll be talking with a swim program out at Whitford High School, and we'll wrap things up with the girls basketball program at Buckeye Central. Coach Brian Seybert is aboard, and we'll be talking with him as well as a couple of our players from Bucyrus. That comes up here in a moment. Our show brought to you by Roger Brown at Winks Lock and Safe, South Poplar and West Warren Street, Bucyrus. Matt Ramsey, John Ziegler, Drew Young, Frank Heinlein, and everybody at Bucyrus Blades, serving worldwide markets from Bucyrus since 1951. And Rob Lust at the Edgefield Animal Clinic in Marion. Also brought to you in part by Matt Studer at Spitzer Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Kia, a mile east of the Richland Mall. Coach Tim Plumley, Mohegan Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation, and Doug Luthold and Adam Weisner and Associates at Advanced Fiber Technology. My privilege to welcome to our microphones this evening Coach Brian Seybert and the girls basketball program. Coach, record right now 1-5, 0-4 in the N10. When we talked to you earlier this year, we learned that you're going to be going through some growing pains. We had a nice victory over Crestline. Last week you played Upper Sandusky. Upper's a pretty good ball club. Talk to me about Upper Sandusky. How much more experienced are they than Bucyrus?
Well, I think with their experience, they've had the same coach and the same system for at least the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Where
that makes a difference.
It does. It makes a big difference, and I think Bucyrus has had 3 coaches in the last 3 years, and that includes me. So,
all right,
different system, different terminology, and things that are going in the heads of the girls here, and different expectations.
All
so
right.
I think Upper is just more solidified there over the last 3 years.
What have we learned so far this year, Coach?
We've learned that if we really want to, we can play some pretty good defense, and we can box out pretty well. We struggle scoring the ball. We can get shots.
All right.
So we struggle just putting it in the hole.
All right. What do we do to overcome something like that? Is that just a matter of getting into the gym during the summertime and taking those shots?
Yeah, and I think when we first met, we had talked about, unfortunately this group of girls haven't had the luxury of having summer shootouts, summer workouts, because usually their coaching transitions have happened in that summer, or COVID hit and they didn't have anything. So, right now we're using the first half of this year as our summer workouts.
When did you take the job here at Bucyrus?
I got hired the first week of July, and then I got a chance to be with the girls the last 2 weeks of July.
All right.
So we got lucky and we got one scrimmage in there.
Are we getting better?
Are we getting better?
And be honest with yourself and be honest with your team. Are we getting better, even in that short period of time?
Yes.
Okay.
I think we've tailed off here the last couple of games because we've given up some pretty high number of scores here. That if it gets into those high 50s, mid-range 50s, we're struggling to win a ball game. We've got to keep it down in the 40s.
All right.
So I think defensively we're pretty good. We can really work hard on that end of it. We can keep ourselves in the game on that end of it.
Right. I'm getting a lot of help from your assistant coaches. I know we had an assistant coach here a couple of weeks ago. Help me out with their names.
Nicole Frazier.
Yeah, Nicole. I remember her from softball more than I do from basketball.
Right.
She's a heck of a pitcher. But are your assistant coaches helping out a lot?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, everybody's bringing different knowledge to the game and different aspects, different points of view to it. So I think hopefully that's helping the girls. And hopefully not. Hopefully we're not throwing too much at them and confusing them. But I think it's all helping out. I think it's all working out. I
wrote down some stats here that I got from the N10 statistician, Lonnie McMillan.
Yeah.
Madeline Kimmel with 8.4 per game.
Mm-hmm.
Emma Tyrell, 8 points per game. Kendra Blizzard at 3.8. How do we pronounce it? Risters.
Addison Rister.
Addison, okay. Yep. And she's 3.6. And
Addison Ricker.
Addison Ricker. They got 2 names, the same, different spellings, right?
That's right.
All right, I wish I could pronounce her name.
That's why I just call them by their last names.
Yeah. Yeah, their names are very close together, too. 2.6. We've also have Karmyn Lizard, and she's got a couple points per game, and Marissa Middleton a couple points per game. So, we're learning and getting better as far as the offensive scoring is going, but we still got a lot of work to do.
We do. The one main thing that we have really worked on and really cut down is our turnovers.
All right.
You know, early on and last year they were well over 25 to 30 turnovers a game.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, I mean, is it just pressure and we don't know how to handle it, or?
I think that was the situation. Some unforced turnovers, just our own passing led into that. Now these last couple games, our turnovers, we've really worked on reducing those, valuing possessions, and we've gotten that down to a respectable 15, 16, 17 turnovers. So, which is about league average is probably 13.
Obviously, 0 is ideal.
But that's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen. Realistically, with this group of young women, where would you like to see them be at the end of the
I'd like to see 15 or less.
Okay.
That's
right.
right.
That's a reasonable goal.
I think so.
All right.
I think so.
We've got a couple of young ladies around the table. Karmyn Blizzard, Kelsey Brady, both seniors. We'll talk to these young women here in just one moment. Our show brought to you on WQEL Facebook Live by Lee Plymel and Brian Seybert at the Plymel Insurance Group, Bucyrus and Galleon. Hannah Newton, Wendy's, downtown Bucyrus and Upper Sandusky, North Central State College, Mansfield, and the Crawford Success Center, Bucyrus. Vince Ponziani and Associates at Waycraft Industries. Rod Steiger and everybody at Pizza Hut. Bucyrus, Galleon, host of our show since 1992. And the Burkhart family at Burkhart Farm Sales, your Case IH dealer on the Manette View, Winchester Road. We've got Karmyn Blizzard, senior at Bucyrus High School. Karmyn, talk to me a little bit about how long have you been playing basketball?
I've been playing basketball since upward days, so probably like 5 years old.
5 years old?
Yeah.
So you've gone right through the YMCA program into junior high, and now you're at Bucyrus High School. What have you learned over the last 6 years, young lady?
I've learned a lot, but more of what I've learned has probably been about like leadership and how to work as a team rather than basketball itself, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Talk to me about some of the goals. First of all, what positions do you play?
Oh, well, when I was a sophomore, I had some injuries in between.
Okay,
So,
all right.
When I was a sophomore, I played point guard, and then now I'm more of a guard position.
Guard position, so you don't necessarily bring the ball up the court and distribute it then.
No, I'm more of just
All right.
the
Can you
second
pull the trigger out there in the 3-point land?
I can, but I'm struggling with the confidence there.
All right. Did you get a chance to shoot some shots during the summer? I mean, you had a little transition with your coaching and everything. Did you get a chance to get in the gym and pull the trigger on, I know coaches like to talk 50 to 75 shots a day. Anything like that close to happening?
Not really. I lifted every day of the summer in the morning.
Okay.
But when it came to gym time, it's kind of hard when you don't have a coach and then the specific time with how many days you can see them, blah, blah, blah. But so like when we could get in with the boys, we would, and when we had that scrimmage with Coach Seibert, but other than that.
All right. Didn't really have much of a chance to get some shots in.
Yeah.
All right. Other sports other besides basketball?
Yeah, I play tennis and I also play softball.
Softball. Very good. What position you play on the softball team?
Well, I was hurt last year, so I think he's going to have me play third this year.
Third base. All right. Good for you. And what outside of high school sports and going to school and stuff, what are your plans after school? College?
Yes, I do plan to go to college, and I plan to get a bachelor's degree in psychology at Marion OSU.
All right.
And then complete a doctorate of physical therapy program for 3 years after that.
All right. Well, for old guys like Coach Seybert and I, physical therapy is very important, and you're playing right into us, and we appreciate that. Young lady, thanks for showing up tonight, okay?
Thank
we
you.
also have Kelsey Brady. She is also a senior. Kelsey, how long have you been playing basketball?
I've been playing since 8th grade.
All right. And you moved right up through your senior year. Have you had any injuries along the way, or?
I had a concussion halfway through last year, but
Uh-oh.
that wasn't like anything sports related.
Was it? Oh, really?
No, I kind of slipped down my friend's stairs outside and just
Really?
hit my
Had
head.
nothing to do. You could have made a great story. You're a hero of the game and went up to make the drive, and they slammed you to the floor, but you made the bucket anyway, right?
Yeah.
That's a good story anyway, right? Let's. What other sports besides basketball?
I played volleyball up until this year. I didn't
All right.
really find an interest in it.
All right,
Kind of
and-
the same reason as like some people don't basketball this year. It's like with all the switching coaches and trying to get used to it all.
Well, I hope it works out well for you. Talk to me a little about the positions you play.
More up top with the guard.
All right, and talk to me a little bit about any other activities you're involved with in high school.
I'm involved in DECA, which is basically
Distributive education, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And can you use DECA to get a job when you get out of high school?
Yeah,
Right.
I can. I'm not sure what yet because there's not many places around here to really.
There's all kinds of places looking for help, young lady.
Yeah,
And,
like in that field though, I'd probably have to go more out of town. than
Okay, what type
South.
specifically are you looking at and what kind of employment?
Probably social media marketing. Somewhere
Social
in
media
there.
marketing? Sounds to me like you need to go to Ohio State as well and get in the media program, and don't count that out. It's a good idea. Listen, young lady, I appreciate you stopping by as well.
Thank you.
We're going to break for a second here. We're going to come back and talk with Coach about stuff that's coming up for the Bucyrus Lady Redmond. Details happen here in just one moment. Our show brought to you by Luann Krebs at River's Edge Embroidery, Screen Printing, and Signs, Route 309, right across the street from the Marion Depot. Dr. Thomas M. Britton, Club View Vision Center. Mike Kleinite, Ag Credit Residential Lending, Bucyrus, Mount Gilead, Marion. The Ohio State University at Marion, a Big Ten education close to home. Ted Coder, Monarch Body Shop up in Dutchtown, and Blythe Freely and Todd McDougal at Freely and Company Insurance in New Washington. Brian Seybert now rejoins us, and Coach, let's talk a little bit about up and coming tomorrow night. Boy, you got a big thing to bite off here. Kerry, they're usually pretty good, aren't they?
They're usually pretty good. They're going to be athletic, and I think they're just going to be a little taller than us about every spot.
All right.
So we're going to have to play, like I told the girls tonight, it's going to be a physical game, and
All right.
they're going to take it right to us, and we've got to be able to take that on and handle it. And
So we've got to be a little bit more physical too. Go
Yeah.
into the game thinking. Correct me if I'm wrong, coaches. You know a lot more about this than I do. But go into the game thinking, hey, these guys are going to try and bounce us around. They're going to box out.
Right.
They're going to throw us a hip.
Yeah.
And we've got to be thinking along the same lines.
Exactly
We're
right.
not going to take it.
Yeah.
Deliver it
Like
back
I-
without foul.
Yeah, like I've been preaching to the girls before every game. Let's be aggressive and play with a high intensity level, and we're
All
going
right.
to look to take it right to the rim as well. So.
All right. And, hopefully we can make this a learning experience and
Yeah.
maybe even get a double. What are keys to success in this game?
Keys again, it's going to be us boxing out, limiting possessions, and us getting some good shots and actually scoring the basketball.
All right. See, about a week away that you're playing at Cardington.
Yeah, next Tuesday.
All right. What's that all about?
You know?
Is that just is there a tournament down there? or-
No, it's just a regular
Regular season game.
non-league game.
All right. Well, you guys.
It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, well, I know nothing about Cardington
They're
women's
good.
basketball.
They're pretty solid. I don't know if they're as good as what they were last year. Last year they were really good, but they're going to run the same system again. They got the same coach, same thing they've been running for the last I don't know how many years. And they're good at what they do. It's pressure, and they're going to try to cause havoc and turnovers, and they're going to look to try to get a bunch of layups off. It.
So the bottom line is that we want to get better, stronger, and
Yeah.
learn from this opportunity.
Exactly right.
All right.
Because then Buckeyes right after that. So
And who's that?
Buckeye Central.
Oh my
after
goodness.
Carson.
Who's your athletic director? All right, well,
Didn't do us any favors.
surprised you didn't throw the Cavaliers in there.
Yeah.
Listen, I appreciate you guys stopping by. We'll look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks. And Dan Messerschmidt will be your host for
Okay.
2 weeks back here on the show. And thank you so much for being a part of the show.
Thank you, Dave. Thanks for having
Coach
us.
Brian Seybert, Lady Redmond of Bucyrus coming up next. We've got swimming from the Winford Royals. Details come up in just one moment right here on WQEL Facebook Live.